guest, he doesn't need much of an introduction. Jack Hanna is a great guy. Jack's had a long association with our company. He's a great guy. You would think for somebody pretty famous, he might be hard to talk to, but I'll tell you what, he's one of the most down-to-earth guys you'd ever want to meet. I don't know if many of you don't know, he started off when he was in high school, he started off in a veterinary office, cleaning cages, working 10 hours a day, and that's what really inspired his love for animals. And he's a great advocate for our company, great advocate for conservation and education. So anytime Jack's here, we're always thrilled to have him. So please give a big Williamsburg round of applause for Jack Hanna.
So one more round of applause for Carl, all the people here at this magnificent park. I gotta remember to talk to both sides, all right? That's what we're trying to do here today. Carl's right, I have been going to these parks for many, many years. And I'll let these things run around because I don't know what they are. Anyway, this is obviously an armadillo, one of the most ancient creatures on the planet. And this is a bird. Okay, now. What kind of bird is that? A hairsaw. I'll talk about them in just a second. But then they bite. No, they don't. They have no teeth. But they do carry leprosy. Okay? Did you all know that? Armadillo was one of the only animals in the world that carried leprosy. Back when leprosy was prevalent. So you don't have to worry about that either. So I did start as a young boy in Tennessee, cleaning cages at the age of 11 through 16. A lot of young people. Did a lot of tons of emails asking me how you get in this field. You ask some of these guys over here, standing over here with Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, or all the SeaWorld India parks, you ask them how they got started. A lot of them got started the same way I did. Hard work. That's what it takes, the love of what you do. All of us, including all the people who work for me over there, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld folks, who love what we do. Sometimes you hear certain things about the Columbus Zoo, or SeaWorld, or Busch Gardens, whatever it might be, but trust me folks, the animals we have here, 98% of them come other zoological parks, not the wild. Number two is, nobody, including myself, got in this business, make sure we made a lot of money, had jets and all that kind of thing. That's not why we do this. We do it because we love the people world and we love the animal world. That's why we all dedicate our lives to the animal world. But again, how did I get started in these parks? 1968, I was married in 1968. This is my 35th year, or 40th, God, 45 years being married. My wife Susie's over here somewhere. She never comes with me here. If you see our Wild Countdown show, you see what a mess we are trying to tell you about animals. But our first series, by the way, everyone, how did I get on TV or whatever? I never saw TV. Our first series was sponsored by the Anheuser-Busch companies back in the late 80s. That led to everything you see today, basically. We spent our honeymoon at Busch Gardens in 1968 in Tampa, Florida. And since then, I've visited all their parks, not one time, not two times, but hundreds of times. Not because I come here to talk to you. I take my grandkids there now, I take all my family there time and time again because I have just as much fun every time I visit one of these parks. And as Carl said, the past members, just like the zoo members at Columbus Zoo, we have over 95,000 family members at Columbus Zoo, our family members. That's what makes it you are. You're not just the day we have today, the appreciation weekend for past members, but we call them family members. That's what you are part of this family, which is considered, if you know anything about Busch Gardens Williamsburg, is considered one of the finest parks. Even though you see animals here, obviously, their gardens, was voted one of the #1 parks in the world, everyone. A round of applause for you having the #1 park in the world. Now, I am going to have an animal show at 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 4:30. I got to put this down because I always forget things. At the Abbey Stone Theater, 11 will be the first one, 3 o'clock, and then 4:30. I'm also going to be sitting out front trying to do autographs very quickly. I can do autographs quickly than pictures if you want that. I'll do the best I can to get through everyone that I can get through. Then we have a lunch today at 12:30. I think there's just a few seats left at the Castle at the Castle O'Sullivan, right? That's where my lunch is at 12:30 and 2 o'clock. If you're not hungry at 12:30, you can't get in, go to the 2 o'clock lunch, all right? If you go over there to that theater, if you want tickets to that, we'll have some animals the same. We'll have a lot of different animals from both shows. The show at 11, will be a little different than the one 12:30 and 3, 2, same thing with 3 and 4 shows. So I think you'll see some neat creatures. For example, we're going to have like a snow leopard. Not many people in the world get to see a snow leopard. Snow leopard is an animal from Nepal, Tibet, that part of the world. Lives at altitudes of 5 to 10, 15,000 feet. They say there are less than maybe 500 left in the world. My personal opinion is they don't know how many are left in the world. And why do I say that real quickly? Because the Bengal tiger one, up until about 92 years ago, we thought there were over 5,000 Bengal tigers. Bengal tiger, beautiful animal in India. Guess how many are left in India now, the Bengal tiger? Less than 1,200 now. It was 1,400 8 months ago. 1,200 are left in the world, the beautiful Bengal tiger. So we know that a lot of these numbers are not correct when we say this. So with all that said, you'll see many, many other types of animals, aardvarks, all sorts of different animals at these shows. And I'll be able to maybe take a few questions. I'm not sure. I start taking questions in here, but I know we have to move on and get you guys out in the park.